Welcome to another episode of Ikezi Talk Sport, and I remain your humble host, Ikezi. Today was a good day. Today was a good day for Nigerians, for the Super Eagles in the African Nations Cup, as Nigeria won Algeria 2 goals to nil. Hmm. I have a lot to unpack. I have a lot to say, honestly. I think I'm surprised, like most Nigerians are, at the level of quality that we have within the Nigerian squad or within the Nigerian team right now. We are so impressed. I'm so impressed with the way we are playing. We're playing so much as a team. We're playing some very, very neat football, some tiki-taka, some very impressive stuff. And this is so uncharacteristic of Nigeria. At least we haven't had this type of, gameplay or game plan for the longest time. Honestly, I wish that we've had, our coach before, the World Cup qualifiers, because I think it's a shame that this team, the way they are playing, will not be representing, would not be at the World Cup. Hopefully, there's still that comma over, whether FIFA is going to look into the issue that DR Congo had, and maybe we can get, the nod. But honestly, this game was so amazing to watch. It was such a nice game. It was a beautiful game. I enjoyed every bit of it. I think we could have scored more goals. Honestly, kudos to every single person. Everyone gave a 10 over 10 performance in this game. Honestly, because Algeria, there was also a little hint of revenge in that fixture because these guys, they beat us, I think, in the 2019 AFCON final. I can never forget that Mahrez free kick, you know. And it was a good game to actually revenge and show them that, we are better than them, right? And honestly, like I said, full 10 over 10 performance across board from all the players, honestly. But there's something I want to pinpoint, and I think that it's something that has really been helping us, right? First of all, I would like to single out about 4 players that I feel like are extremely crucial to how we play. Extremely crucial to how we play. First of all is Iwobi. Everything passes through Iwobi. Iwobi connects the attack and the defense. That guy needs to be protected until we get to the final. Like, he needs to be protected until we get to the final. His football education is complete. You can see that he is a well-rounded footballer. And to think that he started his career from the wings and he's moved to a central role and then he's now playing even deeper. He's able to progress play and be extremely vertical, piercing the heart of the midfield of the opposition team with his passes, with his sublime passes, right? And he picks them out perfectly. He times them perfectly. And it's been a major cause of concern for our opposition, right? And also another person that helps, especially in the build-up, is Bassi. Bassi being a very rugged, physical, combative, aggressive centre back that can also play with the ball. Like, he's a ball playing centre back. He gives me that Gabriel Magalhaes vibe. Honestly, that's the vibe I get from him. He's just only younger, and I think that him, being able to pick out Iwobi with his incisive passes from the back, and Iwobi being able to pick out either Osime or Ademola Lookman, with his line breaking passes, completely tears apart the opponent, and that was what happened against Algeria. They did it to perfection again and again and again and again. We have that extreme verticality, and I think that the squad is well balanced, especially because in that midfield we have Iwobi, we have Ndidi, and then we have Onyeka, right? These are 3 players that have played at the highest level in the Premier League. So their football education is very sound. They have the stamina, they have the strength, they have the technical ability to be able to play. And it was so good to see whenever Iwobi is, deep, you see Onyeka go and press high. Whenever Iwobi is pressing high, you see Ndidi and Onyeka step back. It was like an orchestra at times. It was so beautiful to see. And honestly, I can't believe that I'm seeing Nigeria play, this actually high level of football. And it's all kudos to the coach. It's kudos to the coach. I think his team they've been brilliant. Honestly, they've been brilliant. I said something before the last couple of games. I said the opposition are having to worry about a lot of things now. All that I've said, I've never mentioned Osime because we all know how dangerous, how big of a threat Osime is. Osime is our biggest player, right? If the midfield is compact, we just go long, and he's a target man, a perfect target man. Now, one thing you don't want Osime doing is controlling the ball and facing your defense or facing the goalkeeper. He's faster. He's going to be faster. He's stronger. He will just keep bolting till he gets into the box. Also, you don't want him linking up play when we go long. You give him the ball and he drops it for someone like Ademola Lookman. And you know one thing about Ademola Lookman, he will never go back. He is direct. He will keep going. So these are the things that are helping our game. And like I said in the episode that I recorded after our victory over Mozambique, Akon Adams, that guy is the wild card of that team. He's the wild card. You can't seem to understand or predict what he's going to do. And it also helps that he's physical, he's combative. He has, the required level of technique to thrive in the role that he's playing. He has that presence. Look at the goal he scored. Osime laid it for him. Although, yes, I believe he could have done better with the chance he got in the first half. But it was a near miss, honestly. I saw what he was trying to do, but he corrected that. He has that calmness to dribble the goalkeeper and slot it into the back of the net. That was a professional and brilliant performance by the Super Eagles. And honestly, I think the stats is glaring. It's clear. Like we are racking up clean sheets. We are the highest goal. We scored the highest number of goals. We are playing free flowing football. Our attackers are scoring left, right, and center. Our attackers are topping the chart of the of goal contributions. We are flying into the semi-final. Now we have Morocco next. Morocco, that match that you guys played against Cameroon. I'm happy that you beat Cameroon because obviously Nigerians have this beef with Cameroon. But that game, it was dicey. Changing the referee before the game started, and then we all saw the daylight robbery that happened. It seemed like VR was not working on that day. You can't have that repeat performance against Nigeria because it will be clear who the better football team is. Now, no disrespect to Morocco, they have some wild cards in their team, like Brahim Diaz and co. And I know that we need to be watchful of those players. Obviously, they're the host, they want to prove a point. However, you see this Nigerian team, they are not devoid of confidence, and their confidence is high. Their confidence is another player I want to single out is Osai. Osai, that boy is a ridiculous player, honestly. I believe that after this tournament, he should be able to secure a big move. I think it's been one of the revelations, so far in this Nigerian team. And every time the ball has gone to the right hand side, he has been brilliant. He knows when to dribble, he knows when to pass. His defensive contribution is sublime, right? And Bruno on the left hand side, brilliant assist, for him today. He was really good in keeping Mares quiet, right? I thought he was lucky not to get a yellow card, but it was a brilliant performance across board from all the players. Now, long may it continue. Yes, and another thing I want us to avoid, I think that in the game against Morocco, we need to be able to keep our discipline. I don't want anybody collecting any yellow card or any red card. Anything that will make anybody miss the final, please. We need all our players fit for that final. Now, Ndidi came out with what I think was an injury. I hope it's nothing serious because we need his leadership. We need his experience in that midfield. Now, I think it was Oyemachi that came in. He did a good job. He did a brilliant job, but we just need our captain. We need our captain for the last two games, right? So whatever it is they're going to do, put ice on his leg, let him do the whole physiotherapy sessions and everything, nurse him back to fitness before the game on Wednesday. And I know that Nigerians are going to turn up massively for that game. Massively for that game. I don't want to do the predictions yet. I'll do the predictions very close, to the game time. But I just wanted to talk about how impressive the team has been. It was a brilliant performance. I don't think there's anything better than the Nigerian team in this tournament. Now there's Senegal. I know they have some very, interesting players, Iliman Dai, Nicolas Jackson, I think Ismail Assar, Idrissa Gana, Koulibaly, Mendy, yes, Sadio Mane, they have some very good players. Good. And I think that most likely they are going to beat Egypt because I just feel like they have too much for them. But if Egypt beats them, all well and good. I don't think that this Nigerian team would fear anyone. But let us get the job done against Morocco first. I think we will get the job done against Morocco. And then we get to the final and we can bring the African Cup of Nations home. We have to do it, guys. Super Eagles, we have to do it. Honestly, I've never been this gassed about Super Eagles ever. Trust me, I haven't. But today's game, I watched the last game. It was very convincing, but I felt like Mozambique were, not really a strong team. But against Algeria, and today they made Algeria look like they did not know how to play soccer. And that says a lot. That says a lot about the quality of this team. So I am sold. I am sold. I am invested now. Do not disappoint me. But yes, It was a great win, and I think a lot of Nigerians are happy. I did see a tweet about a billionaire promising the players $1 million if they got to the final. So many. I think he already promised them $500,000 already, and then more bonuses if they win at the semi-final, and then if they win the final. You have the incentives now. I know these players. All this money is probably chicken change to some of them, but please use that as extra motivation and let us bring the title home. Now, thank you so much for sticking with me up to this point. We've come to the end of this segment of today's episode, the post-match review of the Nigeria versus Algeria game of the AFCON Cup of Nations. If you like this analysis, or if you like this conversation or this talk, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that you can get notified when we drop more juicy and interesting content. I remain your humble host, Ikezi, and until next time, bye bye.